Good morning, Jack. Just getting set up here. Get the playlist up. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Super Cool Zio. Alright. So, got a lot of work to do at Balloon Skies this week. So let's get cooking. Here we have a maxed clan that I left for this morning. These are always annoying to face, but it's part of the game. Sometimes you get max clans. And we'll just go with an old Sparky. It's usually not recommended to go with miners versus max bases. So if you can make Sparky work, usually that's more consistent for DC. We just spent 31 attacks to take down a clan in the raid weekend. That happens. Is your clan pushy in clan capital? Because usually if you're getting 31 raids, miners is probably what you should be doing instead. I think miners usually get like 27 raids against like max bases. Well, that also kind of depends on who you face though. Alright, so we're gonna let Sparky be through the wall here. Looks like she's going to the cannon. And we'll drop this Frost on the Blast Bow Inferno Tower. The left side Inferno Tower is actually chainable off of the Blast Bow. 4x4 buildings allow Sparky to chain any building that's touching it. So that makes the chains pretty decent from this angle. We'll trickle in the rams, pull the dragon into the frost spell. The air defenses are frosted up, meaning that we can pretty safely use this eye dragon with no tanking. Let's barb chip down this bomb tower. And then, like I said, the left side Inferno Tower is going to go down off of the Sparky chains, and it doesn't even get to shoot at my Sparky at all, so it was totally fine to not frost that thing. District Hall also gets chained by the Sparky Splash. That's also another nice thing about Sparky, is she takes down trash buildings like these huts, like the District Hall as well, off of those chains if they're really close to the defenses. Now this last dragon we have to be a little bit careful because we have two air defenses and an air bombs. Now we have to at least take out two of the defenses, but my eye dragon can survive versus one enemy super. So we take out that dragon. And then we tank the eye dragon so we can get the bomb tower as well. The best way to finish off Dragon Cliffs, even if the first attack isn't going to be a miner attack, is still miners, because miners are good for bonus gold, and they can finish off some pretty crazy finishes. But this one's pretty simple. We got 3 dragons, one of the posts are down, and the rest of the base is pretty spread out. Well, most casual players, so it doesn't really matter, the capital is max already, but a lot of players using Mountain Golems, but no haste spell. Okay, yeah. If they're using Mountain Golem, no haste spell, just tell them to go with miners. That's a lot easier and a lot more effective. You can literally divide your army camp space by 25 and get 10 miners, and then use your spells on either frost, heals, or graveyards. Any combination works, and it'll be way more effective than whatever they're doing. Okay. So here we just finish off this Wizard Valley that we hit yesterday by going in with Golem on the top side, Archer to take out this first Fur Tower, and then just Golem top side. A couple of Hog Riders. Should be an easy cleanup. And we'll go with this. I don't know if there's a bomb. Okay, yeah. Good thing we used that barb to check. Okay, I mean, yeah, sometimes there's another bomb. Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. But I guess we can just frost here. And Golem still goes back around, so that's nice. Your clan members are not real. They are real. Outside of this community, that's the average clan member. The average clan member in this game mode uses golems without haste, uses bars without rams. Once you go out into the real world, you'll understand. That kind of stuff is not only possible, but is also the norm. That's the reason why bots in the clan capital and in Clash of Clans still got a little bit of a cough. That's why bots are so bad, but they're still better than the average players. Like, the bots in this game they're not sophisticated. They use 10 miners, they spam them down very poorly, and their spell placement is really bad. But they still do better than the normal players just by the virtue that they use miners, not because they play substantially better than anyone. In a game like chess, in a game like, I don't know, CS, where the bots are basically unbeatable because they have aimbot hacks, they have the ability to calculate in a way that humans can't. In those games, the bots are so dominant, but in Clash of Clans, no one has ever figured out how to make a good bot. Still though, the bots are just better just because they do the bare minimum, which is 10 miners in Clan Capital. I think we can just do Golem to finish. That is the real world. Alright, let's use Frost here. And Frost here. Hog Riders to check for traps. I think there's a lot of traps in this left side compartment. Yeah, that's another zap. There's probably gonna be more. Yep. Yep, that's a 5th zap. I think Golem Quarry has 6 zaps if I'm not mistaken. So there could still be some. Yep, that's a 5th. And that's a 6. Okay, that's all the zaps. And we can also chip down the rocket artillery so it doesn't get another shot on the golem. Sen, Wemby did it. Wemby saved basketball. Yes, I saw the Spurs won. I haven't even gotten to watch the game because I've been following. I don't know if anyone else has seen it on YouTube, but I've been following Moist Critical's saga on the Lego Cartel. So that's what I was watching before I got started on the stream. I didn't watch the highlights from the game, nor did I watch the game last night. It was a little bit too late for me. Yesterday, I also had to go to visit my grandpa in the hospital, so I was a little tired and I didn't get very much raid weekend done. So we gotta pick up some slack here. But I will check out the game for OKC Thunder Spurs Game 7. That looked very close. OKC are frauds. I wouldn't say they're frauds, but they're incredibly unlikable. Let's not wait for that. Pretty much everyone is cheering that they lose, though, which is pretty funny. Are they the most hated team of the modern era? It's actually crazy. There's not a single soul in the comments being like, oh my goodness, SGA played so good, but they still lost. SGA needs help, or oh my god, what a great series this was. It's all dunking on... It's all people dunking on OKC, being like, oh my god, thank goodness they lost. I feel like OKC is like a perfect storm of frustrating playstyle and exploiting the rules and personalities that people just hate. There ain't a single soul outside of Oklahoma City that is rooting for that team, I swear to God. Oh no. Oh, that blast bow wall opening up is actually not good. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh no, we lose. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, that blast bow wall opening up is so unlucky. Yeah, because then your Sparky pass like this and it's cooked. I don't have an eye dragon. Ow. Yeah, since this one's done. It's tragic. Alright, we just go next. I'm just gonna force quit some golems, then go next. OKC supporters are Oklahoma citizens, that's why they are last in education. Is Oklahoma last in education? I don't know. I feel like a lot of cities are, or a lot of places around the world now at this point, that have public education, the education has completely gotten collapsed by ChatGPT. So I don't know if there's any quote-unquote intelligent cities anymore. Yeah, this is pretty cooked. I'm not even gonna hold zaps for the Inferno, screw this. I'm just gonna spam force quit, call it a day. And go next. If Nick win the finals, the fans will burn down the whole city. I haven't followed New York at all this season, to be honest, so I don't even know if they're good. I just know that they've been really good in the playoffs, at least. They've not been injured, they've been playing well. Yeah, it'll be interesting seeing Karl Anthony Towns getting a trophy before Ant, but you know? We'll be living in that timeline if they do manage to pull it off, but the Spurs are really good. I don't expect them to get upset in the finals. Even after they're really tired from this series. Knicks have no chance. You never know. You never know. It's one series. They just have to win 4 games out of the 7. Not an easy feat, but it's not like their team sucks. Alright. They have the best chance at beating the Spurs. They even did so in the NBA Cup. Remind me, but isn't the NBA Cup just 1 game? Alright. Go next. We just had to be careful about the Inferno Tower, and then that goes down, we're good to go. We haven't been playing great this week at Balloon Skies. We made quite a few mistakes already, but it doesn't really matter. Our matchmaking's been so good that it doesn't... Playing a little bit bad, it doesn't make a difference, you know? Just keep getting defaults and keep pushing forward. We've had 3 bad clans, but we've had 3 bad clans, but the rest have been insane. So looks like this is the 4th bad clan though. Yep, 4th one. It's kind of annoying. I always get the bad clans on stream though. Like, these are miserable to play. That's like the sad part, that we get these always on stream. We'll do this. And then we'll just force quit a golem. Yeah, like I said, I was just watching the Moist Critical Lego Cartel situation. Check it out on YouTube if you haven't. It's going viral and it's pretty funny. If Mitchell Robinson sits, they might have a hard time, but I think Knicks will win this series. I wouldn't go that far, but I do have faith in them. Have the Knicks ever won? I don't think they have, right? New York is considered like the mecca of basketball, but New York City has never won the NBA, I believe. I think Miners finishes this pretty comfortably. Just take these out, and then these out. And then we just go Miners here. Heal over the Inferno Tower. We pulled a bunch of these goblins from this thrower, so I think there's only 2 left. One in the, what do you call that, slingshot? And then one in a barrel that's going down. And then we just zap the Crusher so it doesn't get to shoot just before it shoots. And then we can heal over, wait, we didn't get the bomb tower. Oh, because of the air defense, I didn't see that. Guess we'll heal over this Goblin Thrower then. And we should be good. Oh, the shop owner who is claiming those Legos are not his, but he is the real owner. Yeah, I've been following that one. That's a crazy situation. Cause my work is like in contract law, so like the way that they're interpreting the contract between the guy selling the Lego set versus their franchise contract, first of all, they're lying about that, but second of all, they don't even make any sense. It doesn't even take any expert knowledge to know what they're doing is absolutely nuts. But you know, the whole calling the police situation for Legos and running the police department to the ground is crazy. The whole situation is fascinating though. Do check that video out if you haven't. It is a good watch. Alright. Force quit Miners. Usually Miners work decently well versus Wizard Valley if it's spread out. At least I'm too lazy to go Hog Riders or Golem. Yeah, 46% is decent. Let's go to Balloon Skies 11. Knicks won in the 70s, 1973 to be exact. I mean, that is so long ago, they might as well have never won. Like, I don't know anyone who is known for being, like, any, like, top NBA legend who is known for being a Knick. They've never had, like, a golden era, maybe a championship here or there, but never were the dominant force that being the mecca of basketball would make it seem. You saw that on the news on YouTube Shorts? Yeah, it's going crazy. It's got like 2 million views in like 10 hours, that video. The whole situation is blowing up because it's like so comically corrupt. Like, it's actually insane how many times they're getting the cops called on them for frivolous reasons. They keep getting the cops called on them, they keep getting let go, and then they keep getting the cops called on them again. It's crazy. Long story short, the cops are basically part of a Mormon church that the dude donates a lot of money to. And so they're all in his pockets. It actually seemed like a Marvel. Seems like a Marvel supervillain. He's like a Kingpin from Daredevil, you know? He's got everyone on the on the thumb of his fingers. Like, it is messed up in a comical way. Set emergency, check BL. Oh no. Let me take a look after this. Let me take a look. I don't know if you could freeze that other Inferno. I gave it a try, but I erred to the side of caution by freezing the left one, which is more important. Let's go. Zap. Oh no, there's another zap. At least we're not in range of the air defense yet. We take a lot of damage on that golem from the double zap though, and the Inferno Tower just burning away. Oh my gosh, another one. Okay, this is a little bit ugly. Well, we pulled 3 zaps. We have decent spells down, but 24% is not great. We might have to go miners here. Let me see. Do damage the peak very nicely. Pull a bunch of zaps, 1 bomb tower remains. Think golem time fails here, so we just go miners. Miners and then just double frost. 4 barbs to pull some dragons away. I think I actually want to put the miners in the haste spell too. Do I? No, that's fine. We can just send them on the blast bow. Try this. For future years, NBA will be peak because there will be a ton of championship caliber teams like Knicks, Spurs, OKC. Next year, Jazz will be a strong character team and many more dark horse teams. Yeah, the NBA has a pretty good system for financing, which stops teams from spending a crap ton more than the smaller market teams. So like a team like OKC, even though they played their draft picks really well, they're gonna have a hard time keeping their stars, to be honest, just because their players are worth so much at this point. Let's zap just to make sure that the dragon doesn't breathe down my neck. And let's freeze that last dragon over there. This dragon on the top side is more of a, we can pull it away with barbs kind of thing. But this one in the middle is a pain, so we're gonna freeze that one. Just keep pulling the dragons away. My miners are still healthy. They can tank that bomb tower pretty easily. Those dragons, they can do damage quickly. But they're frosted up now, and they're going to have a hard time chasing down the miners. This is like the point in Dragon Cliffs that you like to see. Because the miners go down every time they destroy a building, the dragons lose aggro, and they just fall behind. Your miners take out the buildings too fast. The last thing you need to be careful on, though, is that bomb tower. And 1 miner peeled off to take it out, which is great. Celtics will rebound next year. Will they? I think they got kind of sidelined by injuries, right, on Jason Tatum. So this year was a bit of a dud. But I don't know, anytime it feels like a team is super dominant in the NBA these days, it feels like next year they're cooked. The only team that's been dominant for like a 2-year stretch in recent memory has been OKC. Like Nuggets were insane that one year that they won their championship, and then they kind of fell off due to bad managing. Then it was the Celtics who were insane on their run, and then it was OKC who were insane on their run, but OKC is of course still good. But yeah, thank goodness we went minors. Minors can easily take out this much of a base. They even go back in the haste at the very end. Like, a Golem would have easily time failed here, but minors, my goodness, this troop is busted. And they'll have like 20 seconds to go. Sen is the owner of Nuggets, and Arsenal is the same person. I see. I don't know anything about soccer though, so I couldn't tell you if Arsenal is well run or not. His calf, yeah. My understanding is that Jason Tatum's injury isn't too bad, but it's still, like, if he's one of the 2 main stars on the team, it is a big problem. They're also just facing harsher competition against younger teams like OKC, Spurs, and then what's another good young team? I guess Cavs used to be that, but then they got rid of Darius Garland. Fell off due to brain dead. Calvin Booth, Ninja stole the entire bench. Cavs or Celtics had a really bloated roster, right? Like they were well above the apron tiers, so they had to go down though, right? That was my understanding of the team. Okay, we can do Frost here. Not freezing the rock artillery is a bit annoying, but we'll get to the rock artillery decently fast. And the left side has a lot more defenses. Oh, I forgot to take a look at Balloon Lagoon. Let's see how bad that one turned out. Zach getting 3 huts as well as softening up the rock artillery for a goal in one shot is great. Ooh, even that Tesla pops on that Frost, all calculated. It's always nice when you freeze somewhere and then later on in the attack, the Tesla pops inside your Frost. Frost is such a crazy spell. It used to be so crap at 4 spell slots, but at 3 it's insane. And just go next. Yeah, Celtics will be very strong next year. They got a good center as well, and many young talents with better Tatum. And damn, this year Brown was crazy. They just had to make a few adjustments. Every time they say that, oh gosh, what is this? Every time they say that a player is insane this year once, like one of the other main players on the roster gets injured. Like for example. Well, this isn't exactly that, but Cooper Flag had like a generational run with Dallas Mavericks, right? But it's also that he has no other stars on his team, so he gets as much time to play with the ball as he wants. So I wonder, are people going insane just a result of them getting more play time and more possessions of the ball just because other players on the team are injured? Or are they actually just, you know, playing better? Also, this might be cooked. Jeez, this... I don't want you ever attacking the Balloon Lagoon ever again. Oh my goodness, what is this? We can Frost here. On the left. We're gonna need a lot of hogs. Some rams. Time is gonna be a massive issue on this base. Well, we'll try our best here. We'll try our best. See what we can do. Send 19 peak, sure. Maybe I should have brought a barrel over the top. I don't know. 12 rams was also not an amount I liked. That Tesla is okay for me, I think. Stalk Rider on this rocket artillery. Oh wait, I think we have a slow Sparky too. It's gonna be hard. Let's Barb try to chip down this Inferno Tower though. Yeah, Tesla's good for us. Sparky will chain the right side cannon off of the rapid rocket, so we don't have to worry about that over there. Graveyard here. Hog Rider here. And there. Bunch of Larrys coming through. Think we're looking decent now. Is Bomb Tower a chip down? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we probably could have just chipped that down, but I think we're good now. This last Hog Rider is great. Then we'll do this. And that's a wrap. Yeah, usually if there's a lot of buildings that are spaced out, you can get around it by bringing a bunch more Hog Riders. So you see here, I brought 4 Hog Riders, and there was a lot of buildings on the top side and the left side that were just not chainable. And that's kind of how you can counterplay bad Sparky chains on a base. If you use other troops to take out the space defenses and then just have Sparky take out the core, that can work. Let's go to the next base. Golden Quarry is pretty chill. Do this. We'll have 1 barrel on the other side, and then this here. Barrel here. Is that a slow Sparky too? We've been getting a lot of piss slow Sparkies, darn it. That sucks. Okay, I reflexed that zap because I think the Sparky was closer than the other ram. But yeah, you can use troops closer to the zap, like drop troops closer to a zap that just triggered so it doesn't target the troop that triggered the zap. It's kind of a weird interaction, but it does make it so that you can at least skill check some zap traps with your Sparky and don't get wrecked by them. Hog Rider, take out that rocket artillery that is kind of out of the way and Sparky is skipping. Wait, how did the Barbs not get this cannon? What the? There were so many. Now we're not going to damage that mortar just because we have to chain the multi-cannon there for free. So that's super good. And we'll get the blast bow. We'll get some damage on the air bombs probably, because the blast bow should finish off my spark before it finishes off the air bombs, but we'll see how to finish this off. Probably a golem is fine. Yeah, golem is fine. Cards can be fun. The problem with cards in the raid weekend is it just feels like they don't do enough damage and they die too quickly. And the reason that is because when the defenses are really clumped up, Sparky or cars have a much harder time dealing with them than Sparky does. Because they have to take them out one at a time, and then you have a bunch of defenses firing on your giants and your tanking troops. Your cards get a lot farther in ELO as well as competitive tournaments because those bases need to be spaced out for Sparky, and so those cards have a lot more breathing room. Cards are some of the most dominant troops in competitive, but like you'll never see them in raid weekend just because they're so hard to make work in this game mode when everyone is just putting all their defenses next to each other. But you give the cards an inch in competitive and they take a mile. Some people argue that it's the best troop in competitive. I don't know if I would go that far, but it is very strong. In a way that you'll never see in the raid weekend. But a troop that is good in competitive and in raid weekend is the Mountain Golem. The big booty golem. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of zaps. The big booty golem, he doesn't care about walls, he doesn't care about the deployment zone traps. Very simple to use. And once again, he's also very good when the defenses are spaced out. In this case, after we got all those chains with Sparky at the start, the remaining defenses on the backside are pretty spaced out, so Golem has a lot of time to slowly take them out without taking too much damage. Sen, would you microwave your firstborn? What kind of question is that, Crops? Why would anyone do that? That's what I'm trying to understand. You're asking that question like there's different answers to that. I see no incentive to do such a thing. Okay, this base is really annoying. This Inferno Tower is being guarded by all these defensive troops, which is toxic, but I guess we'll have to golem around the Inferno Tower, and hopefully he doesn't get wrecked by the dragon. Because you can't really hog rider that Inferno Tower either, huh? But if you go left and start here, you're gonna get wrecked by the dragon. I hate this. Let's just hope that the golem digs a good path, which he's not gonna. I already know my golem too well. But this looks like a hard base. Even though it looks like a golem would easily clean this up, this is not easy. Alright, let's give it a go. We'll bring a second Eye Dragon just because it might be able to snipe a couple of defenses that Hog Riders would have a hard time against. Like this cannon right here after this air defense goes down. So we'll do haste spell. Might as well get the barb inside the haste too. So he'll haste like this. And he'll walk into it. So which troop? That's getting hidden. Why do I get these kinds of questions? Alright. Let's bar chip down this scan cart. Bro, my Eye Dragon, you're disgusting. I just want you to know that. We at least need to hog stun this, even though they're gonna get wrecked by the blast bow. This was the problem all along with going with Golem, just because man, he takes so much damage. Oh gosh. Yeah, this one's probably cooked. 219s to start off is kind of rough, but you know, we've had decent matchmaking so far. Hopefully we don't get another bad clan on stream. Do we have a default here actually? No, we didn't. And no, I don't want to think about your question. I don't want to pontificate about that, alright? I'm good. I'm good with not, with that question not being considered. Alright, let's go with this And then, yeah. This doesn't work, but we'll try. We'll see how much we can get. And then we'll frost here, rage here. Surely there's no traps. Okay. Decide to play it safe. Okay. Once the giant cannon gets tanked for, we just go in. Oh, crap. Really? Darn it. Alright, Golem's about to get wrecked. Let's not see this. Goodbye, Golem. Why is it so hard to find an active clan for raids? There's like a few clans that are active, but I don't know, like, why do you need an active clan for raids? Are you trying to like play trophy pushing, or what are you trying to do? Because I can recommend some stuff, but I would need to know what you're trying to go for. There's competitive clans who play on the leaderboard. There's ELO clans if you want to learn how to play competitive. What you trying to go for? Golem here. This. Bar chip this down. And we just go next. Hello, Mr. Battles. Just for you today, we'll turn around. The man is here. F this moderation. I don't see any of your messages censored yet. At least not yet. Okay, I was saying how we got good matchmaking at the start, and then we got this. Let's first go to Send 19 before I forget, and then see what we can do versus these bases. Might be another 19 though. Tough luck. Send, do you know the chemical formula for melting bones? Why would I know that? Isn't it like Breaking Bad did they use formaldehyde? I don't remember. Bones are very sturdy though. They are hard to melt. We've evolved to be very difficult to, our bodies have evolved to be very difficult to destroy in that way. Alright, we'll double rage this. Maybe 2 eye dragons? Yeah, I like 2 eye dragons here because the eye dragons can go on the outside to clean up some buildings after the enemy sleeper goes down, as well as taking out the giants. So we'll do this. We'll have 1 giant, is that okay? I think that's okay. No work tomorrow, chat? We up? Why don't you have work tomorrow? Am I forgetting a holiday? The next federal holiday in the US is Juneteenth, I think. We just had Memorial Day last week, which was nice. I basically took off the entire last week off because I was sick. Still got a small cough, but feeling better. Alright, we'll just keep the giants interested with this. And then we'll reserve. I shouldn't have used that other eye dragon like this. But it's whatever, I guess. Man, they have air traps here. Ugh. Then we'll let our Sparky get locked onto. Ouch. Very nice barb. Oh, that zap hurts. We'll chill for now. Hopefully Spark wraps back around. Great. Ooh, she takes this angle. That's very nice. Avoids the Inferno Tower like this. The rare time when weird Sparky pathing is good for you. Does she go for the Inferno? Nice. Okay. If she gets the Inferno Tower, then we're pretty happy. She'll get sidetracked by the random cannon, but you know. We'll use our zap. Where do we use the zap? Guess it makes sense on the Inferno Tower. Inferno Towers is a rage shot as well as, I think, 2 zaps. So if we can set it up for 1 more zap, that might be good for the second attack. Not sure though. This cannon's very obnoxious, I will say. I think we actually have to hog this cannon just to have a smoother attack. And then maybe another Hog Rider for the peak. Yeah. The cannon cards here that we can use a minions for. Then we'll start sparking on this giant cannon. It should be good. We had a pretty decent first hit. Let's go with this. Drop the recipe for bats. Listen, this isn't the next strain of COVID. I don't eat bats. That's a different part of China. I come from Hunan, not Wuhan. Wait, they're so close to each other. Hunan, Wuhan. But trust me, they're different places. My part eats a lot of tofu. We don't eat the bats over here. Oh, are we really targeting that blast bow like that? That sucks. Alright, Tesla pops there and there. Yeah, I was hoping to target the giant cannon. Oh, we take so much damage. We might be cooked. And I've yet to get a fast Sparky today. We should have brought more giants. Oh. We should have brought more giants. Oh my goodness. And the rapid rockets are gonna cook me. Oh no. Oh no. I think we sold. We should have gone right side, I guess, but I didn't know my Sparky was gonna do this and go for the blast bow at the start. That's rough. Yeah, rip. Nice try. His base wasn't easy. Happens. Hopefully we can finally get a good clan though. Oh, this is a different... Oh, this is Sen 19. This was a different clan actually. Let's get our bonus though. Battle Ram's not gonna do anything. Yeah, that is the case for when you want to go with more giants. People always ask me, how do I know when to go giants? How do I know when to go Rams? That would be why you would go more giants. Because those rams weren't going forward, they weren't really even tanking for Sparky. Not even a 750. A few weeks ago, I learned that being a homophobe is the same category as being sexist and racist. What is wrong with the world? I don't know what that comment is. I mean, they're about the same, right? So that's modified. We can hit Wizard Valley mod. This mod is playable. Level 4 Infernos. Hut in the corner. Do need to be careful with this small hut. This could mean that there's traps moved. We'll see. I'm gonna bring a jump. I normally don't jump here, but because these huts are moved, I'm scared that Larry's target this wall and there's some traps here that they could run into. They also moved this cart. Might have to use some barbs at the start. There are some mods here that are a bit annoying. Let's bring another barrel for the core. And then go with this. Not even a 750. Yeah, we misplayed that. I haste closer to the outside because I don't really want my barrels in the middle to be hasted up. I think I just have to let Sparky eat this damage for now. Does the cart get pulled? Looks like he does. Oof. Not sure if that is good or bad for me, to be honest. It's actually good for me. Oh, nice. Barrels here. Oh, wait. Sparky targets left spear thrower first? I don't know if that's a problem. Let's hope that isn't a problem. Nice, it isn't. Left side's going well. Larry's are cleaning up. Inferno Tower was level 4, we checked, so we can use a barb to easily... Wait, that barb targets that cannon? Oh, screw you. Alright, that goes well. Larry's down south, they do get blown up, so we probably have to ram here for time. I think we can just barb that cannon, right? This way we can just sneak in a barrel in for this this Inferno Tower. Save a little bit of time there. Do need to be careful about that hut over there, and then we can barb here. I think this is a wrap. The cannon car is no longer even here anymore. Don't want to get locked onto by the multi-cannon. I am very low right now, so do need to manage Spark HP a little bit. Ram there, barb on the right side for that last spear, and we're good. Nice. The XP system's different. What? What did I do to the chat? I never touched the XP system in the chat. I have no idea. I have no idea how it works. That was always something that was there automatically that I never worried about. So if I did something, it was either unconsciously or YouTube did it like it does some of the moderation, right? So the answer is probably YouTube did it. Just blame it on Susan Wajajaka Naka Waka Baka. Wait, but she's dead though, right? Who do we blame stuff? Who are we supposed to blame YouTube's problem on now? Now that Susan Wajaka Baka Waka is gone. Who's the new scapegoat around YouTube? It's not limited to 75 an hour anymore. I mean, I didn't touch it. Oh, crap. No, that dragon is being pesky. Okay. Man, Frost Spell is so broken versus Dragon Cliffs though. What the heck is this spell, man? Those dragons, they have their full life bars. The miners are attacking high HP buildings like the Inferno Towers and the Blast Bows, and still the dragons do no damage. That's crazy. I can't believe that Supercell released this troop like 5 times more busted on release than it is now. Can you believe that? Miners back in the day on first release, they were even faster to go back underground and they had much better stats. Making fun of a dead person's name, this is a new low for you, Sen. Just because you go to the grave doesn't mean you can escape mockery, alright? Couette got cancelled? Who's Couette? Who is Couette? Rage Barb Camp never gets old. Never gets old. Everything just still gets one shot. There's few certainties in life, but Sparky one-shotting everything in Barb Camp under the Rage, that's one of them. Alright. Man, those giants, they are out hunting for Sparky. Alright. Go next. Battle's complaining that the XP system's messed up, but he went from number 2 to number 1 in like 5 seconds. Complaining about a broken system he benefits off of. Naturally. How many counts have we gone through? So this is number 30. We have quite a few attacks. We have like 130 hits left. Golden Core is always annoying because defenses over the cliff can be really nasty, but we'll go from the left. Bring some Hog Riders. Battles, that's like complaining about... That's like being Jeff Bezos paying 2% in taxes a year and then complaining about how the tax system in the US is broken. People aren't going to take you seriously when this is what... When you're the person that benefits off the broken system. Alright? Chip down the air bomb so Sparky doesn't backtrack. Let's try to barb chip down this rock artillery just to speed Sparky up into the blast bow. Last 2 rams, then we can force quit. I think Sparky gets to around 7k left. I wasn't complaining, I was just asking if you did anything or not. I didn't do anything. The answer is almost always I didn't do anything. I didn't even make the XP system. I didn't make the YouTube auto mod system. I didn't do nothing. I just turn on stream, chill out for a couple hours, then turn off stream, and I don't worry about anything else. I am the lowest effort streamer you'll ever meet. Love stuff when it's broken and abuse it. Well, he is abusing it now. Just like how that Lego company's been abusing that elderly dude. Speaking of, I gotta finish watching that documentary after the stream ends. I've been hooked on that one. Alright, let's go with graveyards here. And this one's an easy wrap. Our graveyards are so busted. Graveyards on top of multi-mortars is nasty because all the defenses around the mortar are usually single target on Golem Quarry, and then they can't kill the Larrys fast enough, and the mortar does like no damage to your Sparky anyways. Trickle in some rams here. I don't know about that, but you're definitely the most consistent streamer. Do streamers have like schedules that they stick to? Or do they usually just stream whenever they want, however they want? I think there are some streamers that are pretty consistent. Isn't XQC like, he's like the biggest streamer in the world and he's known for streaming a ton of hours. Like I don't stream a lot of hours, but the hours I stream I do try to keep it the same. Am I gonna walk my dog? So my mom usually takes care of the dog in the mornings while I stream, and then I usually take care of him after. So I'll probably walk him out, and he doesn't go far anymore. He's like old, so he has a hard time going too far. So in the end, I'm usually like sticking pretty close to my home as he's doing his business, and I have like the Wi-Fi on my phone still. Like I'm so close to my house that the Wi-Fi still works, and I'm just on my phone and I just watch like some YouTube. I only watch 2 people stream and you're much consistent than AJ. Don't tell him I said this. Massive. Yeah, I think it depends. If you're trying to make streaming into a career, you should be more consistent. But if you're trying to do it more as a hobby or trying to like do it as a one-off thing, then it's totally fine to make a random schedule and then not stick to it half the time. It really depends on what you're trying to do with streaming, I guess. Like for me, this is just a chill way to spend the weekends. How many clans does BS get through each week? It depends. Like, wait, I brought another haste. I don't know why I did that. But I'm not paying attention. On good weeks, Balloon Skies usually finishes 18 to 19. On bad weeks, like really bad weeks, it won't finish 18. It'll only finish 17. But in general, like anywhere between 17 to 19 is Balloon Skies' range. You really have to finish around 18 a week at this level to sustain your trophies, because clans are about 100k per clan. So if you finish 18 raids, you get like 1.8 million, which is what you need. You actually need a little bit more than that, but that's generally what you go for. You want to finish 18 raids and then have a couple leftover attacks for the last raids where you can maximize bonus gold on raid 19. Make that golem extra fast with another haste spell, and then we can just force quit. Let's see what the peak looks like. That's impressive. Yeah, I think normal clans, they'll finish around 13 to 14 raids with like minor spam and random strats. But if you get consistent at 2 shots and then learn defaults, you'll finish 17 pretty consistently. Your clan does like 3 or 4 on a good week. That would be because you don't finish your attacks. You have to do 300 attacks if you're trophy pushing, because trophies are based on you doing all your hits and getting the most amount of bonus gold with your attacks. Well, not bonus gold, but most amount of capital gold with your attacks. Bonus gold basically doesn't matter at all, which is nice. I can use whatever you want for the second attack like miners. Alright, let's chip down some of these goblins that are being real pesky. Then go next. But yeah, if you're finishing like 3 or 4 clans, that's not a matter of attack quality, that's more of a problem of attack quantity. But it doesn't matter how many raids you get done when it comes to raid medals. So raid medals are based on your average performance. Like if you're getting bases down in 2 attacks, on average, it doesn't matter if you're only finishing like 2 raids, you'll still get maximum raid medals. But trophies are more based on attack count. It's a mix of both, but attack count is way more important at the start. Home Village getting another update in June. You know, that doesn't surprise me. Home Village has and will always be Clash of Clans' main moneymaker. Okay, this base, oh gosh. How do we deal with this? I think we want to start left with a dragon. And just send Sparky to deal with this stupid blast bow, I guess. Maybe even a barrel to tank the Inferno Tower. I think that would be a good idea. We want to kill the cart off of Sparky Chains off the Inferno Tower, so we'll do that. Then we'll do some rams on the left and send Sparky into this rocket artillery. Very good wizard bomb for the second attack. We just have to clear some of these defenses, and then Inferno Tower is nasty here, but I think we can get this to work. Like this. But realistically, the best way to get your clanmates to do better in the raid weekend is just tell them to use miners. Miners are so easy to use that anyone can use them. And do pretty decently well. I mean, for God's sakes, the bots in this game are so bad, but even they can do well with them. Do I mainly use Sparky attacks? So, answer is yes, but I'm also the person who's in charge of attacking Capital Peak in my clans, right? I forgot to use my barrel, oops. Well, guess it's fine. We take a little bit of damage on Sparky, I guess that's fine. Cart locks onto me, I hate you. And versus Capital Peak, like, you basically have to use Sparky for 2 shots. The base needs to be compact, and it needs to... You need to make Sparky good. Let's do this. Oh, Sparky, please at least hit the Tesla and not the Capital Peak. I was hoping they would go for the cannons. So that Tesla would have got chained down by the Sparky anyways. But these cannons, they can't get chained down. Maybe we should go Golem here then instead. I was thinking I would go Golem directly on this Inferno Tower, but now that I look at this, I can just Golem on top of these cannons, take them out, and then Wizards while these defenses are tanked for. We can deal with the Inferno Tower at the very end, after all of this has been cleared out, and so we can directly target the Inferno Tower with a Hog Rider. I like that. But you do have to be a little bit careful. We'll have the Frost Spell for the Inferno Tower, we'll have a Hog Rider. I think that would make us pretty safe. And then we'll do this. Two CWLs in a month? Wait, they're doing 2 CWLs now? Wait, what? Are they desperate for player retention that they're now introducing 2 of them? I mean, it doesn't matter for me because I ain't even playing one of them. Okay, we're at 33%. The Tesla was here on this side, so I'm guessing there's a Tesla here on this side. If we can get to 51%, that would be great because then we pull out the Tesla. I don't know if we can though. I'll send like some barbs to maybe try to get to 51. I don't know. It's not a big deal if we don't, but it would be nice if we could. They're doing it so people can catch up and get to Legends quicker. That's nice. So they introduced new leagues, right? I heard about that from a while back. I mean, it was always kind of dumb how your league never decays in CWL, because then people just camped in Legends League for so long without ever even playing. Oh, I forgot, the Wizards do so much damage that they'll get me to 51%. Yep, and now that Tesla pops at 51, and we take that thing out. Nice. Oh, I could have kept the Wizards alive. I didn't want to try it because I figured there would be bombs there, but there were no 2x2 gaps towards the Inferno Tower. We could have kept them alive a little bit. Gotten the cannon at the very least. But we'll get the cannon at the end. Golem is very healthy. We have 2 minutes on the clock. And he's taking out the defenses before he reaches the Giants, which is the ideal case. The most annoying part about defensive troops like the Giants as well as the cannon cart is that they distract your troops while they're getting hit by the defenses, but if they take out all the defenses besides that giant cannon, that works out great. Barbs on the outside just to shave a bit of the funnel, speed things up. And then we have that Hog Rider on standby once some of the air defenses go down, and we can get that Hog Glider connected to the Inferno Tower. And then, yep, looking great. Golem has a lot of HP. Zap gets pulled by a barb. Oh, well, another zap. Does not really matter though. Plenty of time on the clock. Zap to speed things up over here. Force Quit, go next. We'll see what the next line is. I haven't done a regular war in so long. I mean, I haven't done a regular war in 2 years. I heard regular wars were horrible now, though. Like, everyone's just tying at max level. So regular war is just unplayable. Alright, so we've started the stream with 3 max clans. Hopefully not another one. Oh, wait. Well, it is 4 max clans, but I think we'll take this kind of max clan if there's more defaults here. Okay, it looks like Balloon Lagoon down is default. Okay, nice. Let's hit Sen 22 though. See what they got over there. I hope they can improve more in Classic Wars. There's no fun in that anymore. Too many draws happening. Yeah, I mean, Classic Wars is such a joke. They've balanced the game around people having 1 attack, and even then, they haven't balanced that part very well. So now people having 2 attacks, 2 tries per base, means that not only are your traps and clan castle troops revealed, but like, they can just one-shot all the other bases and then stack all of their second attacks on a base that they're having a hard time on and eventually get it. Like, you have to be so bad to not perfect war at the highest town hall level. There's no hard mode in regular wars, so it's cooked. Alright, I'll go to 22 and then 18. It is cooked. Alright, so we're gonna go with Sparky topside probably. We'll get the Blastbow kill, we'll get the Giants. Well, not Giants, but the cart kill. And then I'll have 1 Giant for the Sparky. Hopefully we get both Inferno Towers. That would be the ideal case. We need a lot of barbs because there are a lot of defensive troops, and we'll go with this. How much capital medals do you get from every week in your raid, Sen? Well, technically 0 because I get 18 gems, but I think it would be around like 1850 to 18 to like 1900. Our defense isn't that crazy for medals. But our offense is pretty much always max. Trying to pull out the cart. I want to drag that cart outside of range of the air defenses. And into the loving arms of the eye dragon. Nice. Clean start so far. And let's try to start our Sparky on the Spear Thrower. I think that gives us the best angle to get the bottom Inferno Tower as well. It might skip the topside defenses, but we're just in it for the Inferno Tower. And if we can kill those Giants as well, that's great for us. Trickle in the Rams. Don't think I can rage yet. Tesla's pop. I think that's actually good for us. Ooh, we got all the Giants, very nice. And then we can get some chips with Sparky on the peak. Okay, so we got a really good first hit. We got all the defensive troops. We have very good spells. 29%, but very happy with that hit. Maybe it's a Sparky finish actually here. Because the chains are very nice in the core, and Golem is going to have a hard time with all these air defenses in the way of the defenses. Is there a way to get the Giant Cannon tank for? I don't know. But yeah, I think we just go with Frost here. Mortar we can tank with like a barb on this giant post. You don't want to drop a barb towards the peak to try to tank for the wizards because of this rocket artillery. It can splash your wizards off the barb. So we're going to drop the barb away. Then we'll do this. Then this. And it should be good. Hello, Sen. Today I just done my first non-default capital peak 2 shots. Massive. That's awesome to hear. So capital peak 2 shots are still some of the hardest things you can do in all of Clash of Clans, but if you learn Sparky enough, you can start pulling them off really consistently. So like, let's try to get this one here. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to see. Alright, we're gonna drop wizards towards the left angle. This is actually not too bad for me. And just play it like this. Okay, that rage was a Sen rage. We're not playing this too great. We're not playing this too great at all. That's a legendary Sen rage if we've ever seen one, but we're looking great so far. As long as the wizard bomb went off and we got the blast but without too many hiccups, we were gonna be fine here. But yeah, Sparky's so good versus capital peak still. So if you learn how to do Sparky well, like she's about to hit 5 buildings at once here off of that air defense. And then she's going to finish off the Crusher as well as the Rapid Rocket with one more shot. Like, Sparky just one-shots everything. I don't think we got any value off that rage. Oh, that is a legendary rage. In general, though, it's totally fine to 3-shot capital peak. So if you get them down in 2 shots, that's incredible. The only clans that actually need to get any peak 2 shots are, like, the very top of the global leaderboard clans. Everyone else is totally fine getting them in 3, and actually that's probably a very good result considering most people minor spam, and that's a big risk of 4 shots. Alright. Take these huts out, and then we'll go to Sen 18. See what Sen 18 has got. This one is... This base looks familiar. Have I hit this base before? I swear I've hit this base before. Maybe it's an internet base? But we can pull this dragon out away from there. From the air defense, I think. And then start sparking the left side where there's just incredible chain value. We'll see. Do need to frost the peak because it is pretty far up. Or maybe not. No, it does make sense to frost it. I think we have to jump here actually though. I also want to start towards here on the air defense, which I kind of don't like that. But it's not terrible to start there either. Yeah, no, I don't like that. We're gonna jump. If you don't jump here, your rams target these walls and your deployment gets choked by all these buildings, so you can never go all the way left. You have to jump if you want to go left, and we do want to go left here. One giant makes sense. Maybe. We don't need too many barbs, but we do need some for this one giant. Let's go with this. Default peak is pretty easy, especially since you can practice. Yeah, default peak is definitely the easiest one, but it's also very rare because most people will change their districts earlier on when they unlock the clan capital, and then later on when they get like to GM or GQ, they'll start getting lazy and not change their districts. But at the very start, it's very uncommon that you'll find clans that have full default peak. We'll do Frost here. I don't want to... Okay. Okay there, man. Man, okay, so all of their zap traps are out here, huh? Okay. Okay, we get the dragon kill without any hiccups. I'm guessing there's 2 more zap spells or zap traps over there. Just because there was 2 on the left side, 1 in the middle, and there's 5 on the peak, and this looks kind of symmetrical. They do have gates open, so those giants can eventually get over here to the Sparky. Sparky's not cooperating right now. Oh my goodness, really? This is the problem with bringing a jump spell. You don't have a zap. Ouch. Yeah, we screwed this one. Hard one. Sparky chains at the start were hard to make work because you saw she was going down the right channel and I couldn't force her in. So yeah, I haven't hit this base before. It's similar to something I've hit before, but this was harder just because the starting chains are just so hard to make work. Darn it. We'll go to Sen. I guess go to Balloon Skies. Let's go to Balloon Skies. I think we got some defaults here. And let's try to do some of them. Get through this clan, see what the next clan is. I think we've gotten like 4 max clans in a row or something. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the 4th one, but this one has defaults, which is good. Nice, nice, okay. Oh, this ain't default, wait. Guess we only have a couple of them. And the rest we can just minor spam. Bases like these are great. You can just spam the ones that you don't want to hit. Like, this is peak Clan Capital gameplay. Just spam miners and get 66%. Nothing better in life than doing this. And then we can do zap here. Send 21 peak. Spike, if you're listening, you can just take out the Dragon Cliffs. I don't care to try 8 miner strat. I don't even know how to do it well enough to do that one. Let's go over to Send 21. See what they got. This one is... Huh. That's annoying. Yeah, I can just spam that Dragon Glyphs. Just spam the crap out of that thing. I think we just have to go Golem here. This is very annoying what they've done on the left side, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Bring a lot of barbs to clean up stuff on the outside. Maybe a pack of archers makes sense as well. Some hog riders are good. I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot of zap traps in this area. This area just like looks like a place people will put zap traps in. So we'll bring some rams. Okay, so you're almost done. Your raids, okay. I can finish my hits. I'll just pop in later to finish them up. You can kick me out now and then just send me an invite. I know you guys are like FWA, and so you guys need to like have your spaces for your members. I dropped that barb because usually there's a zap back here, but I guess they don't have that there. Let's take out the spear thrower with the barbarian. Okay, they moved the... Alright, okay then. Alright, I see what you did there. Okay, they moved all their zaps like kind of on the outside. And their traps and stuff. Yep, that's another one. So there's 3 zaps, there's 5 in total. I don't need to use my... Wait, we can just ram this, actually. I don't need to use my Frostspell on these crappy defenses. That's zap number 4. Let's Hog Rider here. Tesla pops there. Alright, Golem takes a pretty decent pathing for me. We can zap down the cannon if we don't have a good use for the zap. We got the Tesla there. Alright, let's get the Inferno, please. Get some chip damage on the rocket artillery as well. Okay, very decent, very decent. We pulled most of the traps. We got a big chunk of the base. And we just have to worry about this dragon at the end. I think I don't kill the dragon. Show us the Dragon Cliff one-shot. This one in your channel is an old video. The new Dragon Cliffs one-shot, even I don't know it. Like, I would recommend going to the Discord server, because there's some people who do know the maxed DC now. Like, the new one uses 8 miners and does some weird dark magic with the barbarians, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do some Hog Riders. I don't even think I can use a Eye Dragon comfortably versus that peak, so we'll not even bother. But we can barrel on this blast bow in the end. Try to take it out. And go with this. I will frost on the blast bow peak. We've pulled out the Tesla, we've gotten most of the zap traps out of the way, and now we can just worry about dealing with the peak and then dealing with the defenses on the left side. Might as well just ram down this cannon. And a lot of these defenses that are left over on the space, they don't do damage, or they don't do much damage to the golem. Like the wizard tower, that thing can hit your golem for 3 minutes and not even get through like half of his health. So we barb to pull the peak shell as well as kill the rocket artillery, which was a great use of that, and now we hog rider to stun things up. I will use my frost spell on the Inferno Tower dragon. I won't use this zap spell because having it for the Inferno Tower is like extra insurance that I don't fail. But the only real threat could be time, but we have plenty of time for Golem to get his way around, and we have some barbs to clean up. I didn't bother freezing the blast bow just because we're gonna barrel it anyways. And we will have some barbs to tank the cart as well as strip it down as well. There is still one zap trap on the base. There still could be a zap trap next to the cart, I think. Unless I'm mistaken, I didn't count properly. Yep, there is a zap trap over there. Okay. And yeah, time was actually a lot closer than I thought it would be, but it's fine. Big booty golem pulls through. Do you also do default peaks then? Yeah, go ahead, you can take it. It was default. No issues. And I'm kind of feeling like my cough is coming back, so I might just end a little bit early. We'll see what the next clan is. Yeah, my cough is coming back a little bit. I'll probably drink a bunch of water when the stream ends. Wait, how many full defaults have I seen on stream these past couple of days? What the heck? Alright, good luck on these. Big booty golem for the win. Alright, let's see what we got over at Balloon Skies. If you can finish it quickly, then you can take it, but otherwise, I'll come in and snag it. Yeah, I can just snag it. Oh, this is like slightly modified. I wouldn't have a problem with leaving this to the boys, but if we're here, we might as well. You just go with the standard golem approach. This time with Hawk Rider though, just because of that Inferno. Big booty golem for the win. Dr. Falcon. Doing a sweaty Sparky versus slightly mod GM. He takes his attacks here seriously, unlike everyone else. He's a blessing. He's a blessing to our clan. Alright, we'll do this. So they moved the Inferno, that's what they did. Okay. Because that Inferno is still there on the right side. Dragon. Pull some traps there. And then just let the golem move around the base. Drawing took a lot of damage because he got hit by like every single rocket shell that he wasn't supposed to. Let's be a little bit careful. Alright, just hold on to this zap spell for when the Inferno Tower locks on. They also moved the Rocket Artillery with the Inferno Tower. They did a lot of weird changes here. I don't know why they bothered, but don't think it really matters. And we'll just hold on to that zap. Golem's very healthy. They even moved some of the huts out of the way of the blast, which actually makes things easier. Second attack will go with, I think Hog Rider approach still works, right? Even with the bomb tower. Wait for the Inferno Tower to almost fully ramp. And then we can zap. Force Quick, go next. You take them seriously? Spike, do you want me to drop the Spike mixtape? The Spike expose? We'll turn you into the next Blackwing. Take you down for size. You know how much dirt I have on you. I would be careful if I were you. I would be dastardly careful. Alright, let's go with... He has the receipts. Spike knows what I have on him. It's worse than the files. Not the Blackwing files, but the files. The Blackwing files, those are the worst files known to man. Alright, Hawk Rider here. I should have brought a pack of minions, to be honest, for the card at the end, but yeah, sometimes the Eye Dragon does that. You're sorry? Sorry isn't gonna cut it, sir. You think you can get away with just saying 5 letters, huh? Ask Blackwing. Ask what happened to Blackwing. This man has never lived down his tragedies. No matter how much he apologizes, no matter how much he wants to move on from his past, Blackwing is never gonna live down the fateful night just a year ago. Hello, Mr. Falcon. Alright, we're looking decent. Let's hope for like a not max clan though. I would prefer not having every clan max, but you never know. Yep, that's 4 in a row. Wait, that was almost 6 max clans in a row, huh? Just one break. Okay. I guess they're 1 upgrade away from maxed, alright? They're not 3331. They're 3330. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna head out for now then. My cough is getting a little bit worse, and I can also hear my dog whining downstairs, so I want to take him out real fast. But yeah, have a good night, Anthony. Great timing. It's a good time to go to bed, and it's a good time for me to log out for the week. I'll do the rest of these hits, as well as the stream clans off stream, so just ping on Discord. I know I said we're gonna do art today, but yeah. I don't really want to push through this cough anymore. It's kind of getting hard to talk. So yeah, take care everyone. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you guys next week, same time as ever. And have a great rest of your day.